Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the Genesis Invitational here on 2K Sports. We're picking up action on the second. Let's get going. Wonderfully played. Well, what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
A bit wild on approach there.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Great touch. Really nicely played.
Such soft hands.
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Fair effort, that. Good birdie. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Time to turn our attention to Will Zalatoris. Oh, that is brilliant. A bonus birdie. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here. Oh, so close. This is a par putt. And down it goes. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently in third place.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the fifth here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Lining up from around 160 yards. He's 2 shots back. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
With this putt, he'll get one up on Will Zalatoris. What a match this has been.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Not bad.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival.
That's outstanding. Mark that down on the highlight reel. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole. This has a real chance.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder.
And that finds him in a share of second.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Playing within their comfort zone there.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
It was on a good line. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. He's currently tied for first.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Sitting at 2 under.
They currently share the lead in this one.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Beautiful shot. And that will take him to 3 under.
And with that hole, this player is currently tied for first with Xander Schauffele.
The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Oh, well done. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That wasn't your best effort, was it? Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Well, here we have it, Rich. This player's tied for the lead with the back nine to play.
This is what you practice for, isn't it? You want to be near the lead, in the lead, tied for lead, whatever it is. This is why you put in the hours each and every day.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. This would be a great up and down. That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Well played, mate. Getting ready to play their third.
Just a stroke behind the leader.
That was wonderfully done.
Top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt.
That's frustrating.
Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
Okay, steady now.
Just a short putt remaining here. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Oh, Rich, a shot for the ages.
And look out, guys, this rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Wynn got that one and took it wayward.
Ooh, that almost went down. Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Judging it beautifully.
Putting for par. Nice line.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Well, this one's right at the pin. Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th. Just 3 feet to the cup. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. And that makes him tied for first.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Well struck.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Ooh. That'll sting a bit.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place behind Tiger Woods.
The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Here's Will Zalatoris.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Wow, that almost went in the hole.
Yeah, that's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Great touch.
And now at 3 under with those finishing holes remaining, could take it deep here.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
The 16th hole, short par 3, Rich, but really good if he can get it close.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 17, the long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
And here we are with the third shot.
Just one stroke back and right in it.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
That dog will hunt.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Now just one over par. Big time play, that one. At the right time, too.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
And after that hole, leading Bubba Watson by a stroke. And we head to the famous finishing hole at Riviera, the 18th, Rich. Really good par 4.
That it is. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. There's a palm tree up top near the green. That is the line of sight off this tee shot. You find the fairway, second shot is going to be back up the hill to a green that, funny enough, runs away from you. It doesn't tilt back toward you, it runs away from you. So your second shot has got to come in high and soft with plenty of spin if you want to get it close.
Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. Make this for the tournament. If it's up, it could be in. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Looks like this.
And with that, Rich, this one's actually going to extra holes. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got extra holes coming your way.
Playoffs. Who doesn't love a good playoff, Luke?
Love this scenario, Rich. Extra holes, sudden death. Here we go.
I can't wait. Let's roll.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Well, this player had a par earlier on this hole in regulation, Luke. Not too sure that's going to be good enough in this playoff.
Well, this should find the short grass. Well, what's your advice here, Rich, with the opponent so close to the hole?
Only look at the flagstick, look at nothing else. Hit your shot and hit it close.
See if you can get that one to come back to the left a little. Now, that looked pretty good the whole way.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
And they've got this putt to win the Genesis Invitational.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Don't you just love to see that? A big-time putt at the right moment.
Took him a little longer than usual, but what a way to win this one, Luke. Amazing putt.
Get the celebration started. There's your winner.
Absolute winner on the first playoff hole. One and done. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, sports fans. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of our playoff finale from myself and all the dedicated people at 2K Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.